Hi guys, Bomber here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna do another budget deck video. This time around will be an Endazu deck with the hero CALIPETH, and it's a deck which I like to call the CALIPETH burn. So, the name of the deck obviously comes from the hero, which is CALIPETH, and the second part, burn, is because this deck is really fast and he likes to burn out your opponent as fast as possible, so therefore the name. But looking at the list, and before we started reviewing the deck, I want to say that CALIPETH is indeed a scarce hero, so it's not probably the first hero you're gonna unlock for Endazu, as the most common one will be Raktaban, as he is an uncommon deck hero. But anyway, I feel like CALIPETH, although he's of a Niger rarity, she needs less rare cards to be viable. Instead, with Raktaban you have to run a bit more rarer cards for him to be good. Instead, CALIPETH, he is or she is a Niger rarity hero, but she needs less upgraded and rarer cards to be viable. So with that said, let's just look at the cards. We run 2 copies of Scroll of Petals, and we want to abuse as much as possible the CALIPETH hero power, so we want to run as many inscriptions as we like. So for that reason, Scroll of Petals is definitely a good addition to the deck, and so we run 2 copies of him. And this deck is a bit similar to Theodox Burn, because if you look at the cards, we can on turn -1 charge +1 magic, or you can feed a magic to turn all of the charges into magic. So if you just leave it like that, and on turn letting him activate for 4 turns, as the Scroll of Petals will get +1 charges thanks to CALIPETH. So if you just let it be for 4 turns, you are gonna get 4 magic for 3 gold, or you can spend 1 magic, you need to feed magic to activate it, and pop it in the same turn, so to gain 3 magic, as you gain 4 but you are then spending 1. So you can gain 3 magic instantly for 3 gold, as it is the cost. And so it's a bit like Waylay or Ambush for Matrix, but you need to remember that they cost 1 gold less, but they are instant and then they destroy on use. Instead, the Scroll of Petals can be redrawn, so definitely is much more threatening than the Theodox Burn. But obviously they cost more and needs magic to start your chain. So with that said, we run 2 copies of it. Then we have Grave Contract, which costs 3 golds, and it reads feed magic, it loses a charge, and you summon a Gilded Warrior. So a Gilded Warrior is a 2 health ally, which attacks on turn. So these cards, you can summon 4 skeletons with it, and for 4 mana, actually magic. And so those Gilded Warriors will deal 4 damage on the next turn. So if they can activate, they are like a Scroll of Petals, in the sense that if you use your magic to attack, then it's like the Scroll of Petals. But obviously your opponent can kill them, but remember that they have 2 health each. So if your opponent wants to kill them, he needs to spend 2 resources. So this Grave Contract is like a trade for your opponent, if he wants to take the damages or if he wants to lose the resources. And definitely being able to attack every turn for 1, or letting your opponent lose 2 resources to kill the threat for 1 magic is definitely worth it, and so Grave Contract is pretty solid, so for that reason we run 2 copies of it. Then we run Paper Vipers, which reads for each charges retaliate, and you can feed a magic to convert all the charges into attacks. So if you are running against an opponent which likes to attack, then the Paper Vipers is 2 gold for 4 damages free, or you can feed 1 magic to attack for 4. So it's like a way to quadruple your magic, but only for every Paper Vipers you have in play. So definitely a bit like Scroll of Petals, in the sense that you gain 4 attacking resources for 1 magic, so it's a bit similar, and for the same reason we run 2 copies of it. Then we run a little bit of a combo in this deck. I want to see the Zamzigar first for the combo. So Zamzigar is a pretty pretty good attacker, because it costs 3 gold, so you can buy it on the first turn. and you can feed for health to give him +1 permanent charges up to 4, and for every charges you get 1 health points and an attack on turn. So being able to summon a 3 gold attacking minion for 4 attacks per turn and 4 health, so it's very difficult to remove, is a very good move, and so for that reason we want to run the Zamzigar, and so we run 2 copies of it. But most of the times you are spending 12 health points to pump it up to 4, and that's a lot, and so for that reason we run Blood Pact, which can be used in combo with the Zamzigar to actually halve the cost to pump the Zamzigar up to 4. And so that's this is the main reason why we run Blood Pact. But really, you can also give additional cards charges if you need them. For example, if you are 3 away from lethal, you can feed the 6 magic, 6 health, sorry, to Blood Pact to just give charges to a Scroll of Petals, for example, before popping it and then killing your opponent. So there are some uses beside this combo for the Blood Pact to be here, or if you want to summon more Grave Contract, you can summon more Gilded Warriors with the Grave Contract, you can also do that. And then for the final card we have Behold the Veil, which is just a pretty good way to get your first magics to start your engine of inscriptions that you pop the turn they come into play, and then you can redraw them. So Behold the Veil is just here to get your starting activation magic. So with that said, let's jump into a match to see how this deck works. So we are up against Agreta, so definitely a pretty threatening opponent to face. But anyway, we did get the Zamzigar on the first turn, so we probably want to start with him, as I say that is the best opener. We did unfortunately not get the Blood Pact to just cheap him out of our health cost, we could say, the health cost we have to spend to pump the Zamzigar up to 4. But anyway, probably I want to go for 3 anyway, since it will be harder for our opponent to kill it, and it's anyway a very good attacker even at 3. I don't want to risk to pump it up to 4, as we don't have ways to recover in this situation right now. Probably when we will get the magic later we will have ways to recover, but right now we don't, and so it's better to play it safe. A bit of lag, but that's fine. So we want to play the Paper Vipers, and probably we don't want to pop them, because our opponent will likely attack with the Satchel Bomb on 2 turns, so that's fine in my opinion, as we are sure that our opponent will attack eventually. So that's fine. Anyway, let's play another Piper Vipers. So next turn we will attack for 12, actually 11, from the Satchel Bomb. So our opponent is at 16 already, and he will attack for 6, and so that's 4 minus 4 for us on health points, because we have 2 health on the board. So we are to 5, and he has 1 magic. So we are actually to 4, but still we are alive. So let's just grab a Behold the Veil and just try to kill him the next turn. So we did get the Scroll of Petals, which is nice. We can probably also pop the Scroll of Petals. So we are to 4, we are just 1 behind lethal, so there is probably not any reason to kill the Lucky. We just want to kill our opponent probably on the next turn, so we just want to pass. We did also redraw a Scroll of Petals, and that's probably GG, as we will play the Scroll of Petals, then also play the Behold the Veil, and we are at 9 magic, with which we can kill our opponent, so GG. So, that's it for this video. Hope you liked it and find it useful. Be sure to leave down below a comment to let me know what you want to see in the next videos, and as always, see ya!